When I was doing deadlifts, I was a little tender in the glutes, I won't lie. So just getting started today was a little bit of a challenge for me. In the first 2 sets that I did, I felt it more in my glutes than I did in my back. But by the 3rd and 4th set, I finally started feeling it in the back. The key to doing the deadlift here, you do want to have a slight bend in your knee, but try to sit back into it. Keep your back straight the whole time. And you're only going to go to about calf length, about mid-calf. And then you come up. And when you come up, you want to really... Let's see if I can do it. You really want to pull it back so that you're filling it into your back area. It almost reminds me of a rack pull. It's kind of the same thing. So when you do it again, just really concentrate on pulling your shoulder blades together in the back, and you'll fill it into your traps. You'll fill it into the mid-back area. I even felt it a little bit into my triceps, only because when I was pulling back, I kind of had a slight bend in my elbow and I was pulling up at the same time. So a little bit there, but again, your main focus should be in your back. After that, we go into a superset. This superset was very challenging. I felt like I was getting super strong in my pull-ups at the gym. I can do 110-pound single arm pull downs. My cat's fixing to make an appearance, I think, or knock my camera over. No, there she is. That's special. Stop it. Go. Anyway, no. Why do all vloggers have cats? This one here, she's a pain in the butt though. And then I have my dog between my legs. I have a boxer. He's appeared in a few of my videos. Anyway, so this one was really difficult. I was feeling super strong is where I was going with this. When I'm at the gym doing 110-pound one-arm pull downs, like it was nothing, super easy. Well, I won't go there. It wasn't super easy, but you know, it was good. I could do it, and I felt like I could have gone up with it if I had kept it up. Even on my regular pull-ups, I was getting to where I could easily do 10 each time, even weighted. I was using 15 to 20-pound dumbbell in between my legs. So again, feeling super strong. Today though, let me tell you, I think it is because of the fact that he has you do a superset of the dumbbell pullover first, and then you go straight into the pull-ups. It seems like a thing for him is he's doing 15, 12, 8, 8 on the first, which was the deadlift. And then on the dumbbell pullover, he's doing the same thing with his reps, 15, 12, 8, and then a drop set of it. she's just not gonna stop today. And then a 15, 12 drop set to an 8 again. But now your pull-ups, your goal is to try to do 10 pull-ups each time. I went into it thinking, I got this. Guys, I barely got 7 pull-ups. Strict pull-ups. I don't kip. I don't know how to kip. I don't know, I would even know how to cheat if I tried to cheat. I don't know the whole movement. I would suck as a CrossFitter because they do a lot of that like kipping and stuff. That's just, my body has no rhythm for that. So when I do my pull-ups, it's very strict form, very straight up and down. So I barely got 7. That's horrible. Horrible. The only thing I can think of, guys, is because I just did my dumbbell pullovers, and even on that, I was only using a 25-pound dumbbell and really trying to concentrate on squeezing the lower lat, because what I have noticed is when I look at my videos or when I look at my posing practices, I have great upper lats, but my lats should, let me see if I can show you without like being all weird. So here, I've got good upper lats, as you can tell, but they don't continue down. I want them to continue down to like here probably. But in order to do that, when you're doing your pull down, you have to really engage in that lat, and you'll actually feel you have lat muscle further down this way. So anyway, I want to extend it so that my back looks thicker than what it really is. I don't know if I'll get there. Some bodies just genetically have to work a lot harder for specific muscles. My lats, I don't think I've really had an issue with genetically having lats. I have been working very, very hard for probably 6 years now though. I really need to find some old footage of when me before I started working out. I was literally maybe 100 pounds soaking wet. Absolutely just skin and bones, had no muscle definition, no tone, no nothing, just skinny girl. But like I said, it's taken me about six to 7 years to get to where I'm at right now. And anyway, when I was doing I was getting distracted. This is hard to do commentary or an interview when you have so many distractions of my cat, and my Christmas tree is now tearing up presents. My dog is after the cat in the Christmas tree. Welcome to my life. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Anyways, so when you're doing your lat pull down, really concentrate on engaging and tightening your lat. You'll know what I mean. If you've never felt your lats engage, put your arm underneath, kind of like your armpit, and then squeeze like you have an orange under your armpit, and you'll be able to feel your lat will engage. And if you really do it hard, you'll know what I'm talking about. You can feel it kind of down into your mid-rib area as well. So do that as you're doing your dumbbell pullover. You'll engage your lats, and by doing that and then going straight into the pull-ups, death becomes pull-ups. It was death. Absolute death. I literally, like I said, I got 7 unassisted pull-ups out the first set, and then the second time I was able to get 7 again, but I decided to suck it up. I got out my assistant band and I did 3 assisted pull-ups, and then the very last time through, again, I couldn't even do 1 pull-up, guys. Not even 1 pull-up. So it was straight up, barely got 7 assisted pull-ups out. It's hardcore. Very humbling experience today for me. Very humbling. After that, you go in to start working on more of the floor work. So again, we're still focusing on back. So now he has you do a giant set. Remember, again, a giant set is when you have 3 different movements back to back. So again, you're sticking to your reps of 15, 12, 8. So the first time through, I used 20, oh no, you know what, I use the same weight on every time. 25s for my easy bar rows, 25s for my 1-arm row, and then on my reverse flies, I only used 8. And I was dead. Shh, don't tell anybody. So again, really concentrate on mind to muscle here, and you will feel the impact. You don't need anything super crazy heavy. Again, when I was doing 1-armed rows at the gym, I could put up 80, 85 pound dumbbell easy. I like to use that word easy. No, it wasn't easy, but I was able to do it without like feeling like my eyeballs were gonna pop out and my head veins were like, whoosh. You know what I mean? When you're like really straining to get it up. I didn't have that. So I know I was at a good way. But today, just doing this giant set was very difficult. I didn't have an easy bar row, like I said. So what I used was just on my dumbbells. And then you just want to try to hold your arms where they're going to stay beside you. Don't let them come in, because you will have a tendency, I caught myself doing it a couple of times, you will have a tendency to where you want to take your dumbbells and you're going to let them come into your body more. Try to keep them at a straight arm down, bend over, and leave them in that position. So as you come up, you want your elbows to graze through your rib cage and keep them as close as you can. And when you do your one arm row, here's what a lot of people do sometimes. They'll go, when they're doing it, they'll just go straight up like this. Well, then you're engaging your traps and stuff there. You want to really engage your lats into your mid back. So if you have your arm more at like an angle, and as you come up, pull your elbow back, not up. So back, not up. I don't know if that makes any sense to you whatsoever. I learned that one the hard way. And to make it easier on me, I'll actually come down more at like an angle, like so, instead of having it come straight down and then up. And then it kind of makes me remember to pull back. Anyway, so that's what I did. Then you go straight into your reverse flies. Again, if you just really concentrate on when you're doing your movement, keep your elbows going more like towards your butt because you're in a bent over position. So bring your elbows back this way, not straight out this way, and you'll feel it more into your mid back, into your rear delt area. Again, 8s was perfectly fine for me. I thought about moving up, and I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't. It gives me somewhere to go next week. Technically, on each one of these moves, he wants you to go into a heavier weight each time you do it. So technically, if we really want to be doing it beast way, I should have done probably 20, 25, 30. But again, I don't know that I could do 30s on my easy bar row. That to me was very difficult. Again, the timing is very different than when you're at the gym. At the gym, you usually take like a 30, 45 second break in between each set. Here, you don't get that. So with the limited rest, your body doesn't have a lot of time to recoup, so it just feels like it's a go, 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 go thing. After that, you have a single set of just close grip chin-ups. I struggled with my close grip chin-ups. I have a wrist injury that I've been dealing with for a long time now. Every time I think it's better, I seem to do something that tweaks it. Again, usually it's if I am doing, for instance, easy by curls, because it's putting the weight on the exterior part of my wrist, and that's where I have the issue of soreness. It doesn't hurt on a day-to-day basis, but if you put a lot of stress on it right here, even picking heavy things up, like at work, if I have to move a fixture or a table or something at work, I'll feel it occasionally here. So by putting my hand in this position, it's forcing my wrist, you see, it forces my wrist to kind of go at an angle here to where if I'm doing a regular, I'm using more of this side to pull me up when I'm doing my, or even if you're at a position like this, where you're at a regular standard pull up, you're not feeling it here because your wrist is straight. But again, when you're trying to put your arms like at a close grip, you should really put your thumbs to where they touch, and that's how you know where your close grip is. But again, by doing that, when you come up, you're putting a lot of strain on this part of the wrist. So I need to start wearing my wrist guard, I think, on days like today. I haven't had to do that in a while because I don't do some of these specific moves, because I know what my wrist likes and what it doesn't like. But if I'm gonna do this program, I need to bring out the wrist guard. So again, that is one thing. I struggled with that, and I didn't do any of them unassisted, I don't think. Wait, did I? Where was I? I did. The first set, you're supposed to do 30 seconds. Good luck, guys. 30 seconds, nonstop. Yeah, you know how many I got in 30 seconds? 6. I couldn't do any more. 6 in 30 seconds. That's sad. I felt, like I said, today was just a very sad day. Sad. Cried myself to sleep tonight. Anyways, 6. After that, I went and I said, you can do this, Casey. couldn't even pull myself up one time for the second time through. So I decided to just use my assistant band, and I can only get 8 assisted. Now again, with your assisted band, guys, the one that I have specifically, it has a little button on it I can push to tighten it and to loosen it pretty fast and easy. I have mine set on a pretty loose setting, and I probably need to tighten that up just a little bit so that I can get the numbers, because I think I really rather go for higher reps to really try to build it up, because we are in the build stage, not the bulk stage. The bulk stage, we should start moving into lower reps, heavier weights. So right now, I think I may tighten that bad boy up so I can get the higher reps in while I can for the next 2 weeks. So that will be my game plan for next week. And then on the last set through, 7. That's all I got for you, 7. After that, he has you go into a seated bicep curl. Now, this is the part that let me down. On these, I'd used 12 pound, 15 pound, 20, and then a drop set back down to 15. Again, you're doing 15, 12, 8, and 8. My battery is about to die, so I'm gonna wrap this up very quickly. Then you go into a hammer curl, but it's a 1, 1, 1, and then it's 2, 2, 2, and you're gonna do reps of 15, 12, and 8. So I used 10 pounds the entire way through. I was good. I probably should go up to 12 next week. We'll see. And then the very last move, instead of doing a neutral easy bar curl, I went over and I used my Preacher curl bar machine that I have on my Body Solid. And that's what I was telling you in the beginning of the video. I didn't use any weight the first time. And then the last 3 sets, I just used a 5-pound plates. I felt good about it. Again, doing that movement, I felt a lot of pressure in my wrist. So right now my wrist is a little tender. And then